Hey everybody, welcome. Alright, so I have a vinyl haul for you guys. Well, I got a haul for you guys because I have some cassettes, I have some CDs, and vinyl of course, but I have a lot. And it's been a crazy, stressful month. There's been a lot of stuff happening, other projects that I've been worried about and working on. So I balance that out with a lot of music, so that might explain why I have so much of it. But before I get into it, I just want to say thank you for helping me reach 1,500 subscribers. It's not that big of a number, I know, but to me that means a lot. And that means that there's 1,500 people out there who actually like watching my videos and enjoy what I do here. And I love doing it, so I will continue to show up every week to do a video for you guys. Try to, figure out a way to put some time in, but thank you. And I love watching your videos, all the people in the community who are sharing like I am. I love discovering music to you guys. I got a bunch of videos that I still need to catch up on, so I'll get through those, try to find some time, but today I'm going to focus on doing this. So let's get right into it. Starting off here with the cassettes. Got a nice stack here. Starting off here with the Beastie Boys, License to Ill. My favorite Beastie Boys album. Sounds amazing. Ton of great songs. For $1, I could not pass it up. Actually, I think it was less, because I think I got 5 for $1, so it was really cheap, and it works. Sometimes you have to kind of gamble with cassettes, but yeah, it paid off. I did good. I got it, and it sounds amazing. I also found this Bad Brains cassette. This is Quickness. This is from the late 80s, when they have more of a metal kind of thrash sound to them. Probably even heavier than that. But yeah, these guys just blow me away. They mix Rasta music with hardcore punk, two different tempos blended together. Only they can make it work, because I don't think anyone has ever been able to successfully make it sound amazing like they have. And now with this like sort of metal vibe that they threw into this one, it kind of just intensifies it a little more. But I used to own this on CD. I lost it. I don't know where it went. So I now have it on cassette, and hopefully I'll have it on MP3 soon. I plan to transfer all of these, because you don't really know with cassettes, especially if they're old, they do fall apart, and they kind of lose quality over the time. Anyways, I also found this awesome Hank Williams cassette, 24 Greatest Hits. It's a twin pack. I only found this one though, but you have, just countless songs on here. Your Cheating Heart, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, Rambling Man, which is one of my favorite songs. I just love the way that the guitar sounds on that. But yeah, tons and tons of great songs. This is, again, less than a quarter. And then I found this at the thrift store. Patsy Cline's cassette one. This is the Queen of Country set. I only found this one, of course. But, it's got songs in here that I've never heard, which is cool and interesting, because I always feel like I've heard all of her music. And then I find something, and then I have to rediscover her, which is really cool. So I added that to the collection. I have like 2 or 3 other Patsy Cline cassettes now. And then the last one that I found is the Best of John Coltrane. This is an intense album. It's jazz. It's just amazing peak. I think they took, of course, the best of, so it's gonna be a sound album. It sounds amazing. Picked it up with the stack of 5. I don't know where the other one went. I think it might have been 4, so it might have been a quarter piece. But you got My Favorite Things, Equinox, Cousin Mary, Central Park West. All new to me. I'm just scratching the surface of jazz, so that's a great way to continue digging into it. John Coltrane, of course, is a go-to, a great starting off point if you're interested. But there it is. All the cassettes for this month. Alright, so now it's time for the CDs. Starting off here with another Michael Jackson CD. I feel like I've been finding a lot of these. At least once a month I find an MJ record album. This is a special edition version of Off the Wall. They threw in like a song or two. But yeah, picked it up for $2. My girlfriend and I love MJ, so it's always great music to be listening to in the car when we're just tired of the radio. And this album is just a great addition. I also found, well, at least 2 great hip-hop albums. The Roots, Phrenology, I think it's pronounced. But yeah, I picked this up for $1 at the swap meet. Amazing condition, super clean. You have so many great songs on this album. They again never disappoint. You can't go wrong with the Roots. I think I only have Things Fall Apart on vinyl. I need to find more on any platform that I can get my hands on. So happy I picked that up. And then I also got Jurassic 5, Power in Numbers. It's funky, it's soulful, just amazing, amazing hip hop. Beautiful packaging. I love the artwork on it. Can't go wrong with J5 either. So those are 2 hip hop albums. And then the last 2 here are really dope. This one's a bit niche. It's the Simpsons Sing the Blues. I love the blues. I love the Simpsons. They are a big part of my life. I can't even begin to explain that. But I heard this existed, and then I found it at the swap meet for $1. It's got one of my favorite songs that they've written, or it was on the show or whatever. Moaning Lisa Blues. It's the episode when she meets Bleeding Guns Murphy, and she's all sad and depressed. And such a good album. Such a good album. Or song, should I say. Well, this album is actually kind of cool, but kind of corny at the same time. You got Do the Bartman, which is a hip-hop song, which I think was produced by DJ Jazzy Jeff. But the rest of the songs is just Marge and Homer singing the blues. And then Bart sings a couple songs too. But it's just awesome. I don't know. I had to have it. So, we have that right there. And then, of course, this last one here, save the best for last, I guess. It is Gnarls Barkley, Saint Elsewhere Deluxe box set for $2 at the thrift. It got that really cool cover in the front, and then inside you have this really interesting book with like a Rorschach type of flip book type of thing. Really interesting texture. I love the artwork on this album. And then you have a DVD which features some videos and actual audio alternative takes of some of the songs. And then you have the CD. Now, this is where it got weird. Well, not weird. They didn't have the actual CD in there. It was missing. And I found a copy of the CD not too long ago. So I just took that and put it in there. I don't know if it matches up with the way that they pressed this. If it was a different, I guess, layout. But that's the one that I have in there. I had to complete it somehow. But anyways, I really like this album. It's really, really cool. So to have, to have a copy of this is really awesome. So there it is, all my CDs. Let's move on to the vinyl. Starting off with the record of the month from Vinyl Me Please, City Music by Kevin Morby. This album is amazing. It's first time listening to him. I have not done too much research on him. I've just been listening to the music. I'll eventually do more research on him, but he has this, I mean, okay, so people have brought up that he kind of sounds like Lou Reed, kind of has a bit of Dylan thrown in there as well, and I don't disagree with it, but there's like this certain level of coolness to his music. Like, I feel 10% cooler just listening to this album. There's a great attention to his lyrics. You know, they're very detailed, very personal. Certain parts of the lyrics really stuck out to me, and the music that accompanies the lyrics, just, I don't know, it fits so beautifully together. Vinyl Me Please did an amazing job with the packaging. Let me show you. I love, again, that the print goes into the sleeve itself, and then you have actual print that they threw in there, which is really, really cool. So you kind of have the theme again of like the city in the songs as you're listening to the album. It comes with a booklet as well. You got like an action shot there, and then you have the lyrics, which I think were laid out very beautifully. Got some really cool black and white pictures in there as well. Let me see if I can find one for you. So there's that. I'm not sure. I don't think this is the debut album. It's, I think, one of the several albums he's put out, but it's an orange, white, and color vinyl, 12-page lyric booklet, and the download card, which has been really cool to listen to in the car. And then here's the record. Here's the B-side. You got orange and some white, and a yellow inner label, and then on the other side, got more of a white, orange kind of like mix. interesting that it kind of looks the way it does. I love the way it came out. But yeah, Come At Me Now, the track, the beginning song, the first song, has this really cool, interesting, it's a really interesting start to the album. It kind of sets the tone or whatever. And I like the way he recorded it. It's got a bit of a lo-fi sound to it, and you'll hear that throughout the album. And I don't think he intentionally, or I don't think he did that to just sound cool. I think there was, you know, of course, a purpose to it. He wants to give it certain texture and level of authenticity. If there's a certain feeling and type of emotion he wants to convey, he can definitely do that through the recording process. Film does it through lighting and, of course, music itself too. But, you know, there are other things other than music. Camera angles, the way it's edited, all that stuff just helps to build in, you know, intensity, dramatic scenes or whatever. So I think he did a great job of implementing that into the music itself. He just kind of, again, yeah, he kind of did remind me of Lou Reed. He kind of has a folky sound to him as well. The last song on the album, Downtown Lights, I think has some of the most powerful lyrics. I just was stuck on them for the longest, and it's sort of sad and kind of not a slow song, but it's, you know, it's mellow and it kind of just builds up a bit, and the chorus is so beautiful. Highly recommend you guys pick this album up if you haven't heard of him before. Great way to get into his music if you're into sort of like that. I guess I don't want to keep calling it Lou Reed type of music, but that genre of music that has a sort of fucking coolness to it and it has a bit of a punk vibe to it. Definitely worth looking into. So they did an amazing job with that album. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that Betty Davis album that's coming out next month. I'm dying to hear it. I love Betty Davis. Anyways, so there's that. Now these next records I picked up at the thrift. They are all pretty much country records, except for one. It's really random. But starting off here, what's some more Patsy Cline greatest hits. This is a version of the CD that I found. This is how I discovered her. You got Crazy, Back in Baby's Arms, Faded Love, Walking After Midnight, which is the best, and I Fall to Pieces. So much talent on this greatest hits here. And then so that's me adding another one to the collection. Let me show you. Got a really interesting sleeve here, and then of course the record, MCA. Super clean as you can see. I was really happy with this. I just happened to be walking out when this cart of records was being pulled into the floor at the Goodwill. Someone must have lost their collection, unfortunately maybe passed away, but they took really good care of these records. Easily worth more than the $2.99 or $1.99 that I paid for it. So I was really happy about that. And then so I almost lost it when I first saw this one. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I found this record. I've been looking for it. I'm going to take it home. It's in there. It actually looks great. And then I flipped over a couple records and I saw this, which is what I mentioned earlier to you guys. The Sing cassette I found on vinyl. It's the 24 greatest hits of Hank Williams. The sleeve is in great condition. There's very little wear on it. It is a gatefold. Let me show you what that looks like. Got that really awesome picture of him on there. Double LP. Great condition. Let me show you just one here. So there's that. Even the sleeves still look good. Like they're not yellowed or whatever, not dusty. There it is. Very little had to be done to the records to get them in playing condition. I just wiped them down with the cloth and they were ready to go. But like I mentioned, great songs. Your Cheating Heart, Cold Cold Heart, Ramblin' Man, Jambalaya, which is my mom's favorite song. In Mexico, they sing that song a lot, actually. So she recognized it, and I explained to her that he was the one who originally wrote it, and she was really excited about that. Anyway, so moving forward, the last three records here, we're almost done. Never heard of him before. It's Hank Snow, The Highest Bidder, and Other Favorites. I don't know what the title of this is. Oh, that's what it's titled. I guess The Highest Bidder is the single off the album or whatever. Here's the back. Interesting music. It's got a bit of like a bluegrass vibe to it. It's got a lot of like the slide guitar. Very interesting. So here's that vintage paper sleeve, the cool design on there. And then you have the record itself, Pickwick Records. Not sure, but there it is. The very sad song. There's a song on here that I just thought was really crazy. Nobody's Child. It's just that was like the heartbreaking song. Now I don't know a whole lot about his background. Maybe you guys can fill me in if you know anything about him, but I'm guessing he grew up without a family. I don't know, because it seemed very sincere and I felt like it came from somewhere real, you know. But yeah, the Singing Ranger and the Rainbow Ranch Boys. And he came from Canada, so that was really cool too. But yeah, super awesome. Not too bad, and I was interested in learning more about him, so there's that. And then that same day I picked up this last record here. Also didn't know much about him, I just thought he looked like a cool guy. Slim Whitman, and this is All My Best. It's like a greatest hits, and here's the back here. The sleeve is really thin. They didn't really put a whole lot of love into this. But let me show you what that looks like on the inside. You got the poly paper sleeve, so that was cool. And then, so let me show you what it looks like here. This is the record. Very clean, nice labels, kind of interesting looking. But anyways, I still need to listen to this a little more. I actually didn't mind it. It kind of reminded me a bit of the Hank Snow album. So I'm definitely going to have to check it out a bit more, learn more about him as well, do some more research. Like I mentioned, it's just been a listening binge. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to kind of do research on these guys. But again, if you guys have any details on him as well, I would appreciate that. That would be a great starting point for me. I hate when they put stickers like right over their fucking face. And all these are marked, by the way. They had like scotch tape and it says Western, and then they numbered them. So I don't know what type of organizational model they were going with, but they were all numbered. I decided to keep them as is, just whatever. And this last one here, again, bit random. It's the sound of Sammy Davis Jr. He did a promo album for Alka-Seltzer. He sang From the Candyman to Plop Plop Fizz Fizz. I saw it and I thought, this is so rad, I have to have it. It's just a really cool picture of him too, look at him. But yeah, you have, excuse me, the Candyman, of course. Birth of the Blues, What Kind of Fool Am I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Yes I Can, Once in a Lifetime, and then Plop Plop Fizz Fizz rock version. Fuck, they have different versions. I didn't read that part. But you have like the lyrics on for the song. So Alka-Seltzer spent some money with this album here. Let me show you what that looks like on the inside. There we go. The Warner Special Products put this out. Again, it was really clean, so why not? Thought it was kind of funny, so I wanted to get it in my collection. But there it is. That concludes this hopefully not too long vinyl haul. But if you made it to the end, as always, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you think I deserve it, like the video, give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me. But yeah, so thank you. You can find me on any social media platform down below. Links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'll be putting out more content, unboxing videos and so forth. Hit that little bell if you already subscribed, or if you haven't, hit that bell so you know when the video comes out, so you can check it out. And yeah, till then, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys on the next one.